Hi, and welcome to my bookshelf. I had to make a plan. So welcome to your color theory video tutorial. So my plan for today is we're going to keep it super short and super sweet, just to start us off in the term. I know that it's been a long and interesting holiday. So to start off with, what is color? So color is light that is reflected and then perceived by us. So you can see my very simple drawing here. I've got the sun, I've got some lines of color and a really badly drawn human eye. So how this light stuff works is that light moves in waves. Some of those waves we can see, some of those waves we can't see. So we're gonna use the example of black first. So we're gonna use a whole bunch of colors. I'm gonna do them like 3 at a time just for ease. So we've got all of these colors of light coming from the sun. And then they hit the black thing here. And that is where it stops because black absorbs all color. So no light is reflected back into the human eye. The black absorbs all of it. But if we do the red one, for example, we'll do just the red and the green for now. So we've got the red and the green light coming from the sun, hits the red, the green light is absorbed in the red, and the red light goes back into the human eye. Same with the green. Let's do green and blue. I hope this makes sense. I'm not a physicist. So we've got the green and the blue light hitting here, but only the green light bounces and hits the human eye, and then we'll do the blue and the yellow like that. So the blue and the yellow both hit this thing that is blue, but only the blue is reflected back. But when we come to white, white is all colors being reflected back. For white, we're going to pretend that it's all the colors coming down and all of them being reflected back. There are also waves of light that can't be seen by the human eye. So let's pretend that this is ultraviolet. This is the these are the sun rays that make us tan and give us skin damage. And you can see it's going past the human eye because it can't be perceived by the little rods and cones that exist in the back of our eyeballs to perceive color and everything really. So that's basically an understanding of how color works. Color is basically light being reflected back into the human eye. Physics department, please feel free to correct me. The other thing that I'm going to talk about is pigment. So pigment is something mixed into something else in order to make paint, pencil cut, crayons, ink, whatever. So the pigment is the color itself. It is normally derived either from a chemical process or from nature. So next year you'll study sand rock art and you'll learn that the sand people used blood to create red, they used certain kinds of earth to create brown, and they used charcoal from the fire to create black. But we also have colors like ultramarine blue, which comes from a chemical, and viridian crimson, which also comes from a chemical, and that sort of thing. So you guys will learn that acrylic paint is pigment mixed with a water-based plastic, and oil paint is pigment mixed with literal linseed oil, and it's mixed for hours and hours to get the right consistency. The final thing that I want to talk about is why color matters to us, why color matters in art. And the reason for that is we use color to both make and understand meaning. So if I drew a octagon like that, you would automatically know that that's a stop sign without being able to read the word stop. So for example, red is the color of fire and passion and love, but it's also the color of danger because it reminds us of blood, it reminds us of the viscerality of our own human experience. And then we have a color like green, which is quite calming, quite neutral. Almost everything in nature, plant-wise, is green, the grass, the trees, etc. So that's why green is comforting. Green is often used in places where people experience high amounts of stress, such as hospitals. Then we have colors like blue, which are also really soothing, really calming. The sky is blue, we perceive water to be blue. Water is something that is life-giving. So all of these colors that we know and use in our daily life carry connotations. So if I made a giant painting the size of my wall and it was all red, you would assume and understand the meaning that I was either expressing a huge amount of fire and passion for something, or I was talking about something that was hugely dangerous and caused me a huge amount of stress. So that is color theory in a nutshell. I hope that it makes sense to you guys. Please feel free to reply to this video, comments, questions, anything else you want to know. I hope that you watch this before you start your painting project, because it'll help everything make more sense. But yeah, I miss you guys, and we'll talk soon.